Hello everyone. My name is Alia Sandovar, and I wanted to talk to you today about how to use the play personality in gamification. So, a little bit about me. I'm a gamification and play consultant. I help entrepreneurs gamify their online products and programs. I'm originally from Colombia, South America, and I'm currently in Portugal, though my home base is Amsterdam, Netherlands. I love traveling, salsa dancing, and I'm obsessed with UFOs. My play personality, which we'll be talking about later, is the director. And yeah, so let's get started. So, quick and easy video for you. So, first, I'd like to introduce this model. It's called the MDA model for those of you who are not familiar with it, but it's a game design model and it refers to the mechanics, dynamics, and aesthetics that are in a game. But more importantly, what I'd like to focus on here is the fact that there are really three elements in this entire um, little figure here. So that we have the designer on the one hand, we have the product, game, gamification app, whatever in the middle. That's what the MDA stands for. And then we have the player on the other hand. So we often hear a lot about the player and, of course, how to gamify the product itself. We don't really hear enough about the designer. And actually, my research was focused on the designer and on game production. Um, I come from a background where we believe that the the views, the ethics, the values of a designer, whether we like it or not, get embedded into the design of the products that we make. And a lot of times this is unconsciously done because we just absorb information, absorb media, absorb culture, and then we just sort of put it in what we make. That said, I think there's a way that you could do this purposely, which is that if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, someone who does want your flavor of your personality to be in your products, in the things that you make, and for it to be playful, then you can leverage the idea of using the vision and the thinking of the designer to get that across. So that is what we're going to talk about today. So usually I talk about three elements to gamify any kind of product. We'll only talk today about the designer and how you can personalize something to have your play personality and also your goals. Although today we'll be talking about the goals because I'm just going to be talking about the play personality. So the concept of the play personality. So this is different than the player types. The play personality is really how you play as a human being all the time, regardless of whether or not you are in a game or outside of the game, um, and how you function as a person. So usually this comes about from like your childhood experiences, your current experiences, what games you were exposed to, what media you were exposed to, and also, of course, your personality preferences. Now, of course, I did not come up with this concept. This was developed by Stewart Brown, who's a play researcher at the Institute of Play, and he's written a book about this. You can check him out. And so I will be briefly discussing each of the different play personalities for you to see if you find yourself. And at the end, you can use my URL to take the quiz and find out which play personality you are. And why this is important is because you can use it intentionally to direct the vision of your product or service or gamified app. It works better more for, I would say, for individuals or those who have like a strong vision for your company, right? I think it's not so great to use for corporate uh, things because that's a different type of structure. But if you're an individual and you're creating products and services, this would be really great for you. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so the first personality is called the director. So this is how you play as a director. So as a director, you're a born organizer. So this is me. I mentioned at the beginning that this is me. We play by planning activities and events. I love planning events and activities and bringing people together. And because we love to create something new. All right, so here's the next one. There's 8 personalities, by the way. The next one is the storyteller. And the storyteller is you're using your imagination um, to fuel your playfulness, right? And you could do it any different ways. You could do it through writing, through drawing. You could even do it through acting. So and even like watching or reviewing movies, the way that you think is really around a story, right? You have the story arc, the hero's journey. You like creating things in this manner, and you find the most play or the most joy by doing this. Um, and this helps you because you have great imagination to bring anything or bring play to anything that you're creating at any time. Okay, the next one is the kinesthetic. So the kinesthetic really is about being active. This is a person that can't sit still to play. Really, to feel playful, they need to move physically, um, and they need to move in order to think. And of course, you can do any kind of movement, whether it's dancing or running or lifting weights or yoga, whatever it is. It also doesn't have to be exercise. It could be, other types of movements. And and the main thing about them is they're not really interested in competition. They're just really interested in moving and experiencing the physical space through their body. The next one is the artist creator. So through the artist creator, it's really about you are the maker. You make things. You find joy in making things, but also you find joy in taking things apart. So taking things apart and putting them back together in a new way, um, and the idea of bringing new things to life. So I also want to say that most of us have a little bit of a couple of these. So if you're resonating with a few, that could be why. The next one is the collector. I find this one really fascinating because it's about someone who really finds play through collecting things, but usually it's things that really inspire them, right? Or really high quality things or unique things. And usually when we think of collecting, we might think of someone who's like a stamp collector, a coin collector, but this could expand really in many different ways. It could be someone who has a beautiful collection of design clothing in their closet. Like this is what they do. They pick, select unique items, and they're always curated and beautiful. Or someone who collects experiences, right? They always go to like the one best coffee place in each place, and then they take pictures of that to sort of promote the collection of these experiences. But whatever it is, it has to be epic, it has to be the best, and it has to be the most interesting to you. And this could be either material things or in experiences. It really doesn't matter as long as it's unique. All right, the next one, I'm a little bit of this one actually. I love it so much. It's the Joker, not a Joker, the Joker. And the Joker, you can be very simple, but it can be super extreme. So, people that can be sort of like simple to get along with, but intense in their humor. So this is the kind of person who loves telling jokes. They love laughing. They love making people laugh. They love playing pranks on others. Um, and really it's about being silly and having no nonsense, and this is how you play. The next one is the explorer. So the explorer is about, well, as you can imagine, exploring, but it's not really provoking your imagination. um, the idea is that you're someone who's really curious. You're curious about life, you're curious about experiences. You might be a researcher a bit at heart, to try to research which is like the best way to go somewhere to have like the best curated experience or explorer experience. um, and you really need new experiences on a daily basis. So you are someone that could get easily bored if you don't have something new to grasp on every day. Okay, and this is the very last one, the competitor. So as a competitor, you always play to win, and you really are about knowing exactly what the rules are and exactly the steps to be number one. And and of course you like keeping score and competing against others, but the idea here is that for you, the greatest pleasure and joy in play is being the best. That's how you push yourself. That's what drives you. That's what gets you motivated. So if you're I don't know, like say on Duolingo or something like this, and you know how they have the leagues in Duolingo, then you have to like try to be the number one in the league, and that keeps motivating you, right? So you keep learning the language in order to be the number one in the league for that week. Cool. Well, that is it in terms of the play personalities. And so I encourage you to now take the quiz. You could find it here at tintyou.com/play-quiz, and take it and let us know like what you got, what you think. And yeah, and I'm curious to see think about how you could use it in your day-to-day basis, but also how you could use it to inform or come up with a new theme for your app, or a new thing for your program, or a new thing for your course, and see how you can use this play personality to kind of infuse your own personality into something that you're creating. And I guess that's it. Until next time, I'm Alia, and please get in touch with me at tint.hue, also at the playfulcreativesummit.com. And let's stay in touch. Take care. Bye-bye.